Hello students, my name is S.A. Gade and we are learning programming and problem solving subject. Today we will see one simple assignment developed by using Python programming. Our today's assignment First we will see what is meant by file handling. Sometimes it is not enough only to display the data on the console. The data to be displayed may be very large and only a limited amount of data can be displayed on the console. Since the memory is volatile, it is impossible to recover the programmatically generated data again and again. If we need to do so, we may store it into the local file system, which is an volatile and can be accessed every time. Here come to the need of the file handling. Now we will see the what is meant by file. File is some information or data which stays in the computer storage devices. File is a named location on disk to store the related information. It used to permanently store data in a non-volatile memory. For example, non-volatile memory means hard disk. Since the random access memory, that is RAM, is volatile, which loses its data when computer is turned off. We use files for future use of the data. When we want to read from or write to a file, we need to open it first. When we are done, it needs to be closed so that the resources that are tied with the file should to be freed. You already know about different kinds of file like your music file, video files, text files. Python gives us easy ways to manipulate these files. Generally, we divided files into two categories, text file and binary file. Text files are simple text, whereas the binary file contains binary data or picture data which is only readable by computer. Hence, in Python, a file operation takes place in the following order. First, we have to open a we require to open a file. Then we read or write that we perform some operation on that file. Then we close that file. In Python, generally we use the open function to open a file. Now, this open function accepts two arguments. First is the file name and the access mode. The function returns a file object which can be used to perform various operations like reading, writing, etc. This is the syntax for open function. Here we require one file object. That file object may be any name that you can decide. Then we require to use this open keyword, and in that we have to decide what should be our file name. We can take any name as a file name. Then we have to mention the access mode. Now there are four modes are there. Now how to open a file. As already we discussed in previous slides that there are total four modes are there. First mode is read mode, that it is shown by letter R. This is the default value. It opens a file for reading. Error if the file does not exist. That means this mode is only used to reading the file. If such file is not, or a particular name file is not there in your hard disk, then this will be give a error message for you. That means this mode is only used to read the particular file. Next is the append mode. It opens a file for appending. Create the file if it doesn't exist. As previous mode, it is different than previous mode, that if particular file is not exist in your hard disk, then it will be create that name file and append the content to that file. Now next mode is the append mode. Append opens a file for appending. It creates the file if it doesn't exist. As previous read mode, it only read the mode, that it cannot create the file. But in append mode, you can create a particular file and you can write the content in that file. Next mode is the write mode. It, it also opens a file for writing purpose. It creates the file if it does not exist. As same as in append mode, write mode can also use to create a particular file and also use to write the content in that file. But difference between append and write mode is that append mode can use for appending purpose. That means previous content, if particular file is exist there and some content is there in that file, then using the append mode we can append or we can add some more content in previous file. But in write mode, previous content will be overwrite with the new content. So previous content will be vanished after the new content. This is the major difference between write mode and append mode. Next, fourth mode is the create mode. It creates the specified file and returns an error if the file exists. That means this mode is also used to create a particular file. But remember, this mode we can use only once. That means if you going to use this mode for second time, it will returns an error message, because uh, if particular file name it doesn't exist, then it can be create that file name. But if that file name is already there in your hard disk or non-volatile memory, then it will be show us an error message. Files are two types. First is the text file and binary file. Generally, text file are in text mode and binary files are binary mode. Binary file means images, pictures. These are the some example of binary files. These are the some access modes. We already discussed that part in previous slide. R mode opens a file to read only. RB, it opens the file to read only in binary format. R plus means it opens the file to read and write both. These are the some extra sub mode that can be used with our major four modes. We already discussed about the open function. Now we will discuss about the close method or close function. We already see in open function that we require one file name, one access mode, and one object creation. Now once all the operations are done on the file, we must close it through our Python script using the close method. Any unwritten information gets destroyed once the close method is called on a file object. We can perform any operation on the file externally in the file system if the file is opened in Python. Hence, it is a good practice to close the file once all the operations are done. This is the syntax for the close function. Here we have to use the file object, and using dot operator we can use this close function. For example, see here file.txt. This is the one particular file is there in your hard drive, and we have opened that file using the open function in read mode. Okay, we read that file using the print function, and after our objective is achieved, our objective was to read the particular file. After reading the file, we must close that file. That we can perform using this file object. Now see here, the F is our file object in this case. Using this file object dot close method, we can close that file so that any unwritten information gets destroyed on the close method is called. Now we already discussed this part in theory session, that how to read a particular file. To read a file using the Python script, the Python provides us to read method. The read method reads a string from the file. It can read the data in text as well as binary format. This is the syntax for read method. File object dot read. Read is again function, and here we can mention here the count of that count as a parameter for this read function. Here the count is a number of bytes to be read from the file starting from the beginning of the file. If the count is not specified, then it may be read the content of the file until the end. That means this part, count part, is an optional part. If you use here some particular numbers, that means this number tells us that we have to read that particular length of the file, and if you don't mention that count, that means you have to read the total whole your file. See here this example, file ptr. File ptr is an object, and using that object we are reading the file.txt. File.txt is the name of file. First of all, we have created one simple variable content. Here the file point, using this file object dot operator read method, we are reading the first 9 characters from our file.txt. Okay, that 9 character we will be stored here the content. Now here content is our temporary variable where our object, our output will be stored. Here in this case, our total 9 characters are there in our file.txt. Since here we have mentioned 9 count, it will be read only 9 first 9 characters, and that will be stored in content. Then using the print statement, we can print that content. See here the, please neglect this part, print content. Using this print statement, we will display our output. Again, as usual, as we discussed in previous slide, we must close our open file using this file pointer dot close method. In this way, we can read a particular file using read method. Now we will see some string function that we are going to implement in our today's assignment. The replace method replaces a specified phrase with another specified phrase. See the syntax of this replace method. Here the string is our input string, and using dot operator we can use this replace method. In parameter side we can use 3 parameters: old value, new value, and count. Now these are the parameter description for old value. Old value means the string to search for. That means that part, which part we want to replace. New value means the string to replace with old value. That is that part we want to replace with. Next parameter is count, and that part is optional. A number specifying how many occurrence of the old value you want to replace. Default is all occurrences. For example, see this is one example. 1 1 was a racehorse. 2 2 was 1 2. This is our string that we have to replace the 2 first occurrence of the word 1. That means we have to replace these first 2 occurrence of 1. So we have taken this text dot operator, and using this replace, this is the old value, this is new value, and this is our count. This count tells that we have to replace the 2 first occurrence of the word 1. Okay, then we have to print x. Now if you see in our input string, you will be find that there are total 3 places are there where this one is defined. This one, and this here also there is a one is present in this input string. Since we have mentioned here count 2, first these 2 1 will be replaced with this 3 and remaining string will be displayed as it is. Then output of this string will be C3 was a racehorse, 2 was 1 2. This will be the output for this input string using replace method. Now we will see another function that we are going to implement in our today's assignment, that is the upper function. Now string upper method converts all lowercase character in a string into uppercase character and returns it. This is the syntax for upper method. String dot upper. Here the string is our input string and upper is our upper function. Now there are no parameter in this upper function. Upper method returns the uppercase string from the given string. It converts all lowercase character to uppercase. If no lowercase character exists, it returns the original string. That means if there is no lowercase character are there in your input string, it will be written your string as it is. For example, here we have to convert a string to uppercase letter. This is our input string, and we have written in that string as this should be uppercase. Okay, and using print function, we are implementing the this upper function or upper method. String dot upper function. Here now first we will see the output of this first print statement. Output of this first print statement is that we have to convert all the this lowercase character into the uppercase character. That will be this will be our first output of first print statement. Then another in string input, we have to convert this output as a lowercase uppercase letter. Okay, here we have used this input string with upper function, and this will be the output for our input string. Next function we are going to perform in this assignment is a lower method. Now here the lower string or lower method converts all uppercase character in a string into lowercase character and returns it. The syntax of lower method is like this: input string dot lower function. Lower method returns the lowercase string from the given string. It converts all uppercase character to lowercase character. If no uppercase characters are there in input string, it returns the original string as it is. For example, see here this should be a lowercase. This is our input string, and that we have stored in our input string. Using print statement, we are going to implement the lower function. Here the output of this first print statement will be this, and in another input string we have done some changes in our characters. So output of this print statement will be like this. We will see this example on our PyCharm console, and we will execute that part. Now this part or this program, we will make it as a menu driven program. Menu driven program means we will be present all options to user, and user have to select what operation he want to perform. Here there are 3 operations. So we will take first operation as a operation, second operation as a B, and third operation as a C. If user chooses the operation A, or he will be press the operation or key A on his keyboard, then we will be present his choice that he want to replace full stop with a comma. If you suppose he press the button B, then we will make the lowercase replace to uppercase letter. Suppose if he choose the C, then we will make the uppercase letter into lowercase letter. By using this print statement, we will accept the user choice in our choice variable using this input function. Here in this conditional statement, we will be check whether user given choice is in between ABC. Suppose user given choice is not in between ABC. Suppose user may be placed or user may be press other choice than ABC. Suppose if he press choice as a D, then that choice will be checked here, and uh, that will this case will be false, and in that case we have to execute this else part, and that it will be print the exiting option. And using this break statement, our execution of while loop will be terminated. Suppose his choice is in between ABC, then we have to execute this function's file operation. Okay, we have to execute this function in 3 times. User may be give choice A or B or C. In that case, we have to execute this file operation. Otherwise, we have to redirect it to user for printing this existing, and we have to terminate our while loop. Now we will see the actual function file operation. Here we have defined one file operation functions, and in that we have taken the choice as a parameter. Okay. This is the file object. That part we already learned in our previous some slides. This is object F1, and in that object we are going to implement the open method. This is sample. Sample is our file name. See here the sample. In sample, I have written some lines here. Python is very efficient programming language. It is very easy to learn also. This is my sample file with extension .txt. This is text file, and this sample file we have opened using this open function. Now this function is open in read mode. We already learned that there are total 4 modes are there: R mode, W mode. W mode means write mode, A mode means append mode, and X mode means create mode. Here R mode is used, that is reading mode is used. So we are going to read the content that is stored in this sample txt file. Okay, using the object that we have given name here. Okay, that content will be stored here, the content variable. Then we will be print that content using print statement here. Suppose here in this case user has given choice A, then we have to check here that choice is whether A or not. Suppose user given choice is A, then in case of that we have to change the content. That means content is that part that is stored in this content variable. Okay, in that content we have to use the replace method. We already learned what is the use of replace method and how it works in our previous slide. Here this is the old value and this is our new value. Here the count field is optional, that we have not taken in this case. Here we have to replace the full stop with the comma. This is new value for comma. Then we have to replace full stop with the comma. If user choice is B, in that case we have to use the upper method. That means here content dot upper. Now here there is some content. Content is now this text. Okay, that text we have to convert in uppercase letter using this upper method. Okay, and that output will be again stored in this content variable. Suppose user choice is C. In that case, we have to change the all content into lowercase letter, and that output will be stored again in the content variable. Now here again with open function, we are going to create a new file, new sample with the write mode. We already learned about the write mode. So uh, write mode is generally used to create a new file and write a new content to in that file, new created file. Here you will be find here I have used it with open function. Now remember that this open function and with open function, this is the same. Only written procedure or writing procedure is different in that case. So here I have created this F2 as a object for my new created file, new sample, and using that object I'm going to write the content. Okay. Here the content is the same content that we are implemented in our previous part. Okay. That part we will be stored in our newly created object F2. Now this F2 will be act for this new sample text file. Okay. That means that modification that are used using this F2 object, that will be related to this new sample file. That is new text file, new sample. Okay. Then we will be print this modification are saved in new sample file. This is only for user information. Then we have to open that file using this F2 object. Okay. That we will open that file in our new content. New content is again here the new variable, and new part or new file we will open in our new variable, new underscore content. This again this file will be print as it is. It will be for only user information, and it will be provide information modified content are dot dot dot, and we will print that new content. This is the actual implementation of this program. This is the function part, and function of that file is the file operation. This is the input part from where user will be provide his choice. Okay. First of all, we will execute this program. Okay. See here we have get these three choices in front of us in case in the form of A, B, and C. Here we have to mention our choice. Suppose I want to replace the full stop with the comma. So I will be mention here A. See here the after the mentioning the operation or mentioning the choice A, it will show original contents are Python is very efficient. That means it shows us for our sample file as it is. This is our sample file. Then it shows us the modification are saved in new sample file, and modified contents are like this. Now if you see here the new sample file is generated here, and new content after modification that is stored in this new sample file, new sample.txt. This is text file, and this is the output of in that text file. Okay. Next we have to press the second operation. Suppose B, that lowercase replaced to uppercase. Okay. See the modified content are Python is very efficient programming language. Okay. If you refresh the content of this new sample file, you will be get the new output in uppercase letter. We will check the next input C. Okay. Modified contents are Python is very efficient programming language in lowercase letter. Okay. If you make again a refresh this file, you will get the all characters in lowercase letter. Suppose sometimes user maybe give the choice other than the A, B, C. So I will be press here choice as a G. If you see here, user have to only mention three choice A, B or C. But in this case, I have mentioned here the choice G. We will see what happens. Okay, enter your choice G. When I press here choice G, it tells me exiting. That means this part. Here my choice was G. So it checks for this ABC. Since this choice was not here in ABC, he execute the else part of this conditional statement and execute this print statement. And in this way, we terminate our this while loop using this break statement. That was all about the today's session. In next Python coding session, we will meet with new problem statement. Till then, keep learning and be safe at home. I am really appreciate your time. Thank you very much.